Okay, so somebody asked today about how to do these bar graphs, right? How to do these bar graphs. Let me move this camera a little bit less. There we go. All right. So we got this frequency table here. Step one of this is to draw and label your axes. So I know I'm going to have some kind of graph that is going to have some bars going up to show the frequency of different things. So I am just kind of drawing in some axes, and now I need to label these, right? So I look at my table, and I want the frequency. The number, to be the y-axis. I want that to be the up and down, right? Because I want these bars to show different heights of different numbers, right? I don't want the iPhone, Android stuff to be over here on my y-axis. I want that down here. So my first step is going to be put this as frequency. So this is frequency, and down here is type of phone. Right? This is the category because we're displaying categorical variables, categorical information. All right, so that's step one. Then we need to start thinking about scale. And to think about scale, we need to go back to our numbers and think about what's reasonable. What can we accomplish here? So I'm looking at these numbers and I'm saying, okay, I got 467, I got a 503, and I got a 1053. How about I scale this to about 1,000, and let's see how I can fit that. I gotta just kind of strategize here. Um, I like, in this situation, because I have 1,000, I like to start with centimeters because they go by tens, and that's often helpful for me. So I see this 10 centimeters. I could make 1,000 be 10 centimeters, right? I could make 1,000 be 10 centimeters, which makes every single centimeter 100 frequency, right? So if I marked off all my 100s, or each centimeter, each one of these is 100, and I want to go a little bit above 1,000, so I can add an extra centimeter to the top to be 1,100. There, so I basically got 11 centimeters marked off here, and now I can start labeling these. So I've essentially just scaled it, right? I've decided that my scale is going to be 1 centimeter equals a frequency of 100. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're just sketching here. We're eventually going to use technology to do all this. You're going to put the numbers in, and the computer will do the bar graph for you. So this is just an exercise, and I want you to have the experience of hands-on, having done one once, just so you kind of know what's going on in the background, kind of how this goes about, right? I'm doing things I'm not even talking about it. So now I'm thinking I need bars, okay? So I want them separated. This is a bar graph, so I want the bars separated. So I'm kind of in my head, I'm thinking like this will be a bar, and this will be a bar, and this will be a bar. And so what I decided was I'm going to separate each bar by a centimeter, and I'm going to make each bar 2 centimeters, which gives me enough space to write down like what I'm doing, right? It gives me enough space. Just that, and that's the strategy I use, and it fits. So I've got three types of. I got iPhone, Android, and other. So I can make this one iPhone. I'm going to make this Android, and I'm going to make this other. And so I just want to figure out where the tops of my bars are. Okay, so iPhone was 467. So I'm looking at my chart here, and I'm like, where's 467? There's 200. There's 400, and 467 should be somewhere between 400 and 500. So maybe a little bit beyond half. So something like that, right? Just a rough. Again, I'm probably making it more perfect than it needs to be. Does not have to be perfect. Just trying to sketch this thing out. Android is a little bit over 500. So my Android, and again, I'm making it more perfect than I need to make it, just to show you kind of what I'm thinking about, what I'm expecting. So I put that bar at that little, oh, and I noticed I went over a little bit here. That's all right. I'll fix that later with an eraser. And then other is 1053. So that's going to be way up here, somewhere between 1000 and 100, just a scooch above. And I just made a little mark. Okay, that tells me where to stop. So now I can draw these bars in, right? You don't need to even do this with a ruler. I'm not even requiring a ruler for this. You can sketch it kind of by hand. I just want you to experience the joys of a bar chart, okay? Plus, you know what I like about this is that it's got the doing this activity has got the feel of we're actually in class and we're physically doing something. That's kind of what I was hoping for when I planned this. I was like, I want something. I like this whole Google form can upload an image. So I like this idea of I can ask you to do tasks on paper. You can upload an image, and it's a little bit like we're a little bit less virtual. Suddenly, things are on paper with pencil again. We get this tactile feel. All right, so there it is. Mostly, I want to shade this now. I'm going to shade my bars to make it easy to see where my bars are. But there it is. What if I'm missing anything else? I should probably have a title. I probably should have a title like frequency of phone, frequency phone type. Graphs should have titles. All right, and that's basically how it's done. I don't know if I have anything else to say on that. Hopefully that clarifies kind of how to get this particular job done. The other one, it's a little bit more busy. The graph is a little more busy because you have 7 days of the week, right? And the numbers are in the tens of thousands. Shoot, how about I just do that? How about I open this up and I'll show you how to go ahead and do that one if I can just find the numbers. Okay, you can't see the numbers. Let me show you what a quick sketch of this would look like. I'm going to try to show you my screen just briefly. Oh, that's upside down. All right, this is the data table I'm about to work with. All right, that's the table I'm about to work with. Now I need to flip my camera back over. And I need to readjust everything. Okay. That's the data table. Days of the week. I'm going to do this kind of fast because I want to show you, because I kind of want to show you how it can be done a little bit fast. So, draw my axes. All right, step one, draw the axes. Drawing them in. I know I've got 7, and I'm going to squish 7 of these in here. So I'm going to give them 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter break in between them. Make each bar 1 centimeter and see if I can fit that. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Oh, I'm not going to be able to fit that. Okay, so notice how as I'm playing, I can't fit that. So I'm going to have to make these 1/2 centimeter, right? So, all right, I've got 1 bar here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I have 7 yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I've got 7 now. So now I'll kind of have to be careful, and I'll have to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's how I have to say it, to spell that every time. Thursday, Friday, and you know what? I think in the chart, it had Sunday as the first day of the week, and I've just changed that. It doesn't really matter, but there it is. Okay, so I've got my days. Now I have to scale this thing. With those days of the week there, I've got numbers between 7,374 to 13,000. So I got to think about how to scale this thing. And I'm going to start measuring. And I like to use centimeters when I can get away with it. In this case, it works out pretty good, right? If I want to do 15,000, I could use 15 centimeters as 15,000. So that's really convenient to me to be able to make each centimeter here 1,000, right? And then I can do this. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So each one's 1,000. I'm not going to label every one. 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, 11,000, 12,000, 13,000, 14,000, 15,000. I will just Label every 5,000. All right. Just to mark these off so I kind of see it, so you can kind of see it taking shape. And so Sunday was 7,374. So my Sunday is over here, and it was 7,374. So there's about 7,000, maybe 374 might be right here for Sunday. And then my Saturday was, I'm looking at my data table chart now to figure this out, 8,459. So where's 8,000? There's 8,000. 439 be somewhere in the middle. Right, there's Saturday. So now I can start putting in my Saturday. Putting in my Sunday, stopping at that level I was marked off. All right, there's 2 bars, right? My Monday is 11,704. So Monday's 11,000. There's 10,000. 11,000, a little bit higher, almost to 12,000, right? So somewhere up here. So there's where my Monday will be. For this graph, the ruler actually does come in handy for me. It'd be a little bit harder to freehand this one. You might want to try a straight edge if you're struggling with this one. You don't need a straight edge. I won't take points off if you don't use it, because I would take points off in a normal class if we were in school, just because I want you to be somewhat neat with these. But since I don't even know if you have a straight edge, I'm not going to hold you to it. And besides, nobody does these by hands these days. We always want to communicate our information via the internet, not on paper. So we're almost always using technology to make these days. But as I said, it's nice to have had the feel of one of these. To have, let's see, where was I? I'm on Wednesday. Wednesday's 13,038. Wednesday's 13,038. I feel like that's pretty good. I feel like I need to adjust my Tuesday a little higher, because my Tuesday was 13,100. Yeah, I suppose that's all right. Maybe make it a little taller. Something like that. It's no big deal. And then this is almost exactly 13,000. And then Friday, 12,664. So somewhere right there. And now I'm just looking to see if things match. This is supposed to be 7,374. Yeah, it's about there. Saturday was 8,400. Yeah, okay. Monday was 11,700. Yep. 13. Yeah. Okay, I'm pretty happy with it. It needs a title. What do I want to call this? I have to look at the data chart to see what I want to call this. Frequency of babies born during days of a week. Frequency of babies born on days of week for single week. I don't know. I might want to put some more thought into a better title, but I gave it something. It doesn't really matter. Just graph should have titles. Oh, and I probably want to I want to make these dark, right? Just fill them in a little bit. That's just easier on the eyes. The whole point of a graph is to visualize data. So we want to make it so that the eyes can easily visualize the patterns that are emerging. So if we were asked to talk about this graph here, what could we say? Well, I think it's interesting to me that a lot more babies are born Monday through Friday than Saturday and Sunday. I wonder what's up with that. Now, this was only for a single week. I wonder if, ask ourselves, why would that be? Well, maybe there are planned pregnancies. Maybe there are planned pregnancies, and most work weeks are Monday through Friday. So maybe some of these women are getting induced pregnancies, right? Induced birth, right? They're planning what day of the week to have their baby, and they're inducing labor in order to have their baby during the week and not get surprised. That's the only thing I can come up with, unless this is some statistical fluke, which it may be. It may totally be some statistical fluke. And we'll figure that out if it's a statistical fluke by looking at more data. All right, that's the basics.